to talk about world quests then. So there's like a bit of disappointment that they're back, and I totally do understand that disappointment. I mean, I go away, fly. I definitely share some of that to myself. Flies are tenacious, but what I would say is there's more than just the world quest. So in Legion, it was pretty easy to navigate around the place, right? The Isles weren't massive. You could get around. Obviously, so much more so once we had a flying mount. And the world quests were also generally pretty quick to do, right? Weren't they? They weren't like the Shadowlands ones that had multiple steps. So, and then we move on to Shadowlands. We have multiple stage world quests that just take longer, and that kind of feels a bit shitty. Then, our 4 different zones aren't connected to each other. So, either you're an engineer with a wormhole. I wonder how many people like myself went engineering just for the wormhole generator. I did. But that meant that getting around the zones of Shadowlands, doing loads of world quests, fucking sucked. So that felt pretty shitty. It's like, there was more travel time, the quests took longer, it was less fun. So I look at this. I click on, is there a span? So I know, right, that I could go here. Where am I? Hang on. Whoops. There. I know that I could go where my mouse is right now. And I'd be pretty high up. And then with dragon riding, I could go zoop, and I'm at this one. Zoop, I'm at this one. And then I fly, you know, across over here, and then I go down and finish up all those. The actual traversal, right? The traversal between them is going to be so much faster. So I think that does help with a number of issues. And as I've been looking at these today, I mean, this one is just kill some NPCs in, I think, an elite area. This one, free 6 dudes. This one, kill some furbolgs. This one, free some victims. Gather some magic. Kill a dude and then a bunch of gnolls. These all do seem to be more like the BFA and Legion ones. So that's good. Also interesting, they're all just right now the supply caches. So I think those are going to be faster to do, right? Than the sort of annoying fiddly Shadowlands ones. And then the difference is that on top of that, you know, you're going to be having the new fishing stuff that happens with the Ascara. You're going to be having your hunts that you're doing with these guys, as well as whatever content appears here in the nomadic camp. You're going to have, you know, your rock climbing quests, your Pokemon Snap quests. You're going to have your dragon riding quests and all of that stuff. So it seems to me like we are getting dailies like we had more the BFA style of the dailies, just that we can fly from day one with dragon riding, which will get us around a hell of a lot faster. In a game world where there's more treasures, there's probably, you know, more rares, more stuff to bump into, more stuff to find, where, you know, the traversal feels way better than it did in the past, and where there are genuinely, like, new types of gameplay to engage in to spice up that experience. So that feels a lot better to me. Do you have to do the areas in Shadow like you did in Shadowlands, or you can pick your own order to do them? Leveling up, it's one zone after the other, but these 4 reputations, these big reps, you can do all of these at the same time. You can see this character, you know, it's 5 at Valdrakken, 2 in Maruk, 3 Ascara, 3 Dragon Scale. I wish... That's it. Blizzard shouldn't have called it Renown, because they should have realized that there is a degree of baggage with the word Renown, and they could have had the exact same system but dropped the baggage. But instead, they've still called it Renown, and that just meant, like, I mentioned that. I mentioned what these are, and people were in chat saying, ugh, Renown. Now, it functions completely different to Renown. But the association is there because the word is, yeah, Jack, the word's tainted. So I think that was like a little bit of a mistake for, you know, how they've positioned that. So, yeah, there you go. Look, it's almost 6 p.m. I think what I'm going to do is just try to get ahead on channel work over the next few days, revamp my own personal work setup at home so I can just make some things a bit better. There's a video to publish on this channel today that's fucking awesome. It's going to be a banger of a video, so do stay tuned. I will have a video. And hey, look, I know this is not the most hype stream, but we got a quick little look around things, if you know what's going on in this new area, so we'll see what the crack is. It's always nice to hang out with you guys, though, at the very least. And, of course, me and Matt, we'll be back tomorrow for the regular live show. And, I mean, man, who knows? Other than that, sky's the limit. I'm enjoying playing live a lot more now, so I could potentially, you know, do some streaming of the live game if people want to do some Season 4 stuff. Oh, we got a super from Jake. I feel like it would be interesting if these fetch world quests have a chance to drop some sort of item that opens a quest that leads to a rare mob with backstory connected to the rep. What are your thoughts? Yeah, the more that there is, the more things are interconnected, the more that there's like attached lore, absolutely the better. And who knows if some of that's there? Like, I think for the Ascara, they have these, where are they? Story scrolls. Upon defeating a particular enemy, come back with a story for your adventure. So what does that turn into? Which, yeah, I'm a big, you know, believer in some good backstory, some good context. It makes everything feel so much better. And the idea that you do one thing and almost as a little surprise, it leads you to another thing. I mean, okay, if that's the context of Titan Forge gear, maybe less so. But for some of that world content, I think it can feel really good. So, yeah, I like that idea. I think that would be that'd be pretty sweet. I think the more that world quests feel like they lead to something or feel like they're a part of something, then the less they just feel like random spawning content nodes in the map, if you know what I mean. So, there we go. Hey, this is some promising stuff. If they can make these feel truly different, I mean, man, wouldn't that be incredible for the world content players? So I'm beginning to understand what Ian said, or what he meant when he said it's like there's 4 mini Zereth Mortises. So it's cool stuff.